Hey guys, it's Roma. So after my Pointe shoe video was uploaded, I was getting a lot of questions about some parts of the video, so I figured I would address those. The first question was, why don't Pointe shoes, sorry, I'm reading off this thing, why don't Pointe shoes come with ribbons and elastics pre-sewn? Now, a reason for that is because where you sew your ribbons and elastics and how tight you sew them and which kinds of each you use are as individual as the dancer themselves. So them coming pre-sewn wouldn't work for a lot of people, so it wouldn't be feasible for the companies. Next is, why do you need both ribbon and elastic? The thing with the ribbon is it's mostly decorative, for me at least, because the elastic is really what holds it onto your foot, and then the ribbon kind of encircles and provides support around the ankle, but it doesn't, like, it's not stretchy, it doesn't hold up all of the points of your shoe that you need. And even if you don't cross your elastic, even if you just do one loop, that's still 2 points of, like, strength, I guess, from the elastic that you don't get from the ribbons. The next question is, what is pancaking? So pancaking is where you take powder or a Pointe shoe makeup, which exists for some reason, and you rub it on your shoes to make them less shiny. A pair of pancake shoes looks like this. They're not really shiny at all. And then compared with a brand new pair of shoes, which are very shiny. These are the ones I sewed the other day in my tutorial video, which you can check out. I will put the link down in the description. Is there a standard for cleanliness of shoes? Yes, there is. So this is a brand new pair. I've not done anything to these except sew them. They are perfectly brand new. There's no scuffs, no scratches. They're beautiful, right? So here's a dead pair, and dead means they're so broken down you can't use them anymore. The satin is fraying from all of the use. It's cut off on this part so it didn't flap around like these little bits do. So that's not cute. And then on the underside, it's all dirty from performance. And this little bit right here is jet glue, all right, which you can see much more on the inside. This part up here, this part down here. And jet glue is its own video. I will address that later. But basically, it's like a form of modeling glue. It's really liquidy, but you can pour it into your shoes or like inside them in certain places, and it hardens whatever it touches. It becomes into a plastic when it touches air, basically. When do shoes become dead? This is a brand new shoe. All right, it doesn't really bend much, and it definitely doesn't bend this way at all. So now a dead pair, contrasted with the same amount of pressure, will bend like this. Same kind of shoe. And like this, all right? It does take some force, but think about putting your whole body weight on it. It'll bend a lot more. So dead is when you can't use it anymore because it doesn't support your foot. Look at that. Does that look very supportive? No, not at all. It should be kind of like that. Instead, we get this. Not good. Now your shank can die, your shank is this part, or your box can die. What happens to all the dead shoes? Another very good question, because the thing with Pointe shoes is they're really expensive, but there's not much you can do with them once they're dead. So that I know if my shoes are dead or not, I usually write inside them, dead. I also write the date that I started them, so I know how long to let them sit, because sometimes if you let them sit for a couple months and dry out, you can use them again. Little tip. And I put nut number 2, because I use these for Nutcracker show number 2, and the letter R because this was my right foot. You know when a shoe is dead when it doesn't support you. Most dancers I know have what I would like to call a Pointe shoe graveyard, because they're dead. Mine happens to be a cubby of my bookshelf, which is stacked full of shoes, dead shoes, which I've let sit for a little while and then I can then pull them out and use them again, or not. You can paint them and sell them and do craft projects with them. I'm waiting for the right project to come along. I have an idea in mind. The last question is, why don't they just make stronger shoes so they don't break down as fast? This is a difficult question to answer, but I'll try my best. The thing with that is that Pointe shoes are made out of a blend of canvas and burlap and different kinds of glues, and they're like basically paper mache over form to get you the box, which is the hard part. Now this part is really hard. And if I bang two of them together, it's really loud, right? Also, dead, not dead. You can see the difference. Sad. You can't just make stronger shoes, because if you are using a shoe that is too strong for your foot, it can be really bad for your muscles and your tendons, okay? And they do make some synthetic shoes. Some makers are bridging out into synthetic shoes, which are made out of space-age materials like carbon and fiber sheets and rubbers and plastics and things like that. And they work for some people really well, but they don't work for everybody. And I personally don't like them. I haven't danced in them. And I don't like this idea because ballet is an ancient art form, and if we don't adhere to the past, we will be lost in the present. Granted, we do need some time to shift, and, as technology improves, we do need to, accommodate to the changing times, but not this quickly and not this drastically. I guess I'm kind of a purist about pointe shoes. Maybe that's just because the old style works for me. It's all very personal, but still, I don't like the idea of synthetic shoes. Alrighty, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you liked the video. I hope it was informative for you. If you have any more questions, please let me know on my Facebook, which I will leave down below, and any comments, please like it if you enjoyed it, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.